One beautiful evening, little Dodo was standing quietly with just $1 in his hand. He looked at his big brother, Tikku, and asked with innocent eyes, "Brother, can someone become a great person with only $1?" Tikku smiled softly. He knelt beside Dodo and said, "Dodo, people don't become great because of money. They become great because of the way they think." Dodo was still wondering what that really meant. Just then, something unexpected happened. A man finished eating a packet of chips and carelessly threw the empty packet on the ground before walking away. Without saying a single word, Dodo bent down and picked up the packet. Tikku smiled proudly. "Good job, Dodo. This empty packet may be worth only 1 cent to a recycler." Others started collecting plastic bottles, wrappers, and every piece of litter they could find. Slowly, the dirty park began to look clean again. But not everyone understood what they were doing. Some people laughed at them. "Look at them. They're picking up trash." The brothers heard every word, but they didn't stop.
After collecting bags full of plastic bottles and wrappers, Tikku and Dodo finally arrived at a small recycling shop. Dodo looked at the heavy bag with hopeful eyes, wondering if all their hard work would be worth anything. The shopkeeper carefully weighed every bottle and every wrapper. A warm smile appeared on his face. He looked at the two little brothers and said, "You boys have done something wonderful." Then he handed 35 rupees to Dodo. For a moment, Dodo's eyes sparkled with excitement. He imagined chocolates, toys, and all the little things a child dreams about. But Tikku gently smiled. He placed his hand on Dodo's shoulder and said, "Chocolate will disappear in a few minutes, but a good decision can last for years." Instead of walking toward a candy shop, the two brothers walked into a small plant nursery. Dodo looked around in surprise. "Why are we here?" Tikku smiled. "Because today, we're making our very first investment." With all 35 rupees, they bought a few tiny plants and some seeds. The nursery owner looked at them proudly and said, "One day, these little plants will make you proud." Dodo carefully held one of the tiny plants in his hands. It looked so small, so fragile, yet full of life. Tikku smiled and whispered, "Today they are tiny, but tomorrow they will give shade, fresh air, and hope to countless people." With hope in their hearts, Tikku and Dodo reached an empty corner of their society. It was just a dry piece of land, but to them, it was the beginning of something beautiful. Together, they dug a small hole and gently planted their very first sapling. Tikku carefully covered its roots with soil, while Dodo happily poured water over it, treating the tiny plant like a new friend. But not everyone understood what they were doing. Some older boys walked by, laughed at them, and made fun of their hard work. Their words hurt Dodo, and for a moment, he wondered if they were doing the right thing. Tikku smiled and quietly said, "The people who laugh today will be the first to clap tomorrow." Days turned into weeks. The sun rose and set. The seasons slowly changed. Every single day, the two brothers came back to water their little plant without missing a single day. Slowly, the tiny sapling began to grow. Fresh green leaves appeared. Birds started resting on its branches. For the first time, Dodo looked at the growing tree with sparkling eyes and realized that patience always rewards those who never give up. Soon, the same people who once laughed stopped to admire the beautiful tree. Children played happily under its shade, and families smiled as they walked past it. Their small action had started changing everyone's thinking. Inspired by Tikku and Dodo, more children brought plants from their homes. Parents joined them, neighbors worked together. One by one, New saplings filled the empty land. Months later, the dry corner had transformed into a beautiful green park full of trees, flowers, butterflies, birds, and laughter. The story of the two little brothers spread across the city. Newspapers called them green heroes. Their school invited them onto the stage and honored them for inspiring an entire community. When Tikku received the award, he didn't keep it for himself. He smiled, placed the medal around Dodo's neck, and reminded everyone that every success becomes more meaningful when it is shared. As the camera rose into the sky, the once empty land had become a peaceful green paradise, and the story ended with a simple but powerful message. You don't need great power to change the world. You only need a good heart and the courage to take the very first step. Plant one tree today, because tomorrow, someone will breathe because of it.